All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Awesome. Today, we're tackling cryptocurrency wallets.
Sounds good.
Now, I know you out there listening already get the crypto basics, so we're going beyond. Like, what is a wallet?
All right.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty, how they actually work, different types, and,
The important stuff.
yeah, the really important stuff. How to not end up like that guy who accidentally threw away $220 million in Bitcoin.
Oof. Yeah. The James Howell story.
Exactly. A cautionary tale if there ever was one.
Big time.
Okay, so for anyone listening who might be thinking, hold on, isn't a crypto wallet just like my digital piggy bank? Why is it so much more than just storage?
It's about control, ownership. In the crypto world, your wallet, it holds the keys literally to proving you own those digital assets. Think of them like unique codes, giving you access, the ability to actually DO stuff, like transactions.
So these keys, they're the make or break element. Lose them, lose your crypto.
Exactly. That's why choosing the right type of wallet is so crucial. Kind of like choosing a bank, you want one that aligns with your needs, offers that right level of security.
Okay, so let's talk types. I remember when I first started looking into this,
Yeah.
I was overwhelmed. Just the sheer number of wallet options out there.
Oh, it can definitely feel like a jungle out there, but don't worry, we can break it down. Two main categories: hot wallets and cold wallets.
Hot wallets, cold wallets. Sounds kind of intriguing. What's the core difference between the two?
Think of it this way. Hot wallets, always online, always connected, super convenient if you're doing lots of transactions, like, oh, buying that NFT you've been eyeing.
Right, right.
Exchanges often provide those, or you can use apps on your phone.
So kind of like my everyday bank account, the one I use for, regular spending.
Exactly. But, and this is a big BUT, that constant connection comes with a trade-off, makes them more vulnerable to hacking. Like leaving your front door wide open, convenient but risky.
That makes sense. So if a hot wallet's like leaving the door open, what's the Fort Knox equivalent for my crypto?
Ah, that would be a cold wallet. Offline, disconnected, specifically designed to thwart those pesky hackers.
Ah, so maximum security, that's the name of the game here.
Absolutely. Most common type, hardware wallet. A physical device, almost like a high-tech USB stick, built to store those keys offline. Only connect it when you need to actually make a transaction.
I'm picturing like a safe with multiple locks, laser grid. Am I overdoing it?
Not at all. These things are designed to be tamper-proof, extremely so. That's why they're considered the gold standard for security, especially if you're, storing larger amounts long-term.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this choice, hot versus cold, it comes down to balancing that security with convenience, like most things in life, I guess.
Precisely. It's about figuring out what level of risk you're comfortable with, but there's another layer to this decision, one that goes beyond just hot versus cold, custody.
Custody. Okay, now we're getting into legal territory.
Not quite legal,
Yeah.
but it does relate to who actually holds the keys to your crypto kingdom, let's say.
Okay.
Custodial versus non-custodial wallets.
Oh, wait, I'm all ears. This sounds important.
Think of a custodial wallet like your traditional bank account, a third party like a crypto exchange. They hold your keys for you. Convenient, especially if you're new to all this, not so tech savvy, but it means you're trusting them to keep it safe.
So you're relying on their security measures, hoping they don't get hacked or, suddenly shut down.
Exactly. That's the trade-off. Convenience for, giving up a bit of control. Now, on the flip side, we've got non-custodial wallets.
So this is where I become my own bank. Right?
Precisely. You hold the keys, you have complete control. But with that control comes responsibility. Big responsibility. Remember James Howell's.
Okay, point taken.
Yeah.
The $220 million trash mishap is forever burned into my memory.
Good.
But back to non-custodial, if I lose my Y keys, I'm basically saying goodbye to my crypto, right?
Unfortunately, yes. It's like losing the key to a safety deposit box. Whatever's inside, gone. So choosing that right wallet, taking security measures to protect those keys, absolutely vital.
All right, so we've laid the groundwork. Hot versus cold, custodial versus non-custodial. It's a lot to consider.
It is.
But let's get down to brass tacks. Can we dive into some specific wallet options now?
Absolutely. Let's walk through some popular picks that might fit your needs. Starting with, well, those Fort Knox options, for those prioritizing security above all else.
All right, I'm ready for the rundown on these Fort Knox level wallets. What are we talking about here?
When it comes to maximum security, hardware wallets, they really reign supreme.
Okay.
The Ledger Nano X and the Trezor Model T, they're the big players in this space. They use what are called secure element chips. It's like Tiny vaults built right into the device, specifically designed to protect your keys.
Secure element chips. That sounds pretty intense. Are those the same kind of chips they use in, like, credit cards and stuff?
Similar in concept. Think of it like a dedicated mini computer inside your wallet just focused on keeping those keys safe, tamper-proof too. So even if someone, physically got their hands on the device, couldn't extract the keys.
Okay, I'm picturing a scene from a spy movie right now.
Yeah,
So these hardware wallets, they're like the secret agents of the crypto world.
that's a great way to put it. But even with the best security measures, right, you gotta consider the human element. That's where things like seed phrases come in.
Seed phrases. Okay, I've heard that term thrown around, but honestly, it sounds a bit like gardening jargon to me.
Imagine it like this, a list of words, usually 12 or 24, that act as a master key to your wallet. If you ever lose your device, you can use the seed phrase to recover your crypto on a new one. But, and this is key, you got to store it offline. Secure location. Because if someone gets hold of that, they can access your whole wallet.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Offline, offline, offline. So these hardware wallets, along with that seed phrase backup, sounds like a pretty solid option for, the security-minded crypto enthusiast.
Absolutely. But security isn't one size fits all, right?
Right.
What about those who value ease of use, a more intuitive interface, that kind of thing?
You mean for folks who aren't necessarily, like, planning to become crypto masterminds, but still want to, dabble in the digital asset world?
Exactly. That's where software wallets come in. More user-friendly, often with sleek designs and intuitive features.
Okay.
Two popular options in this category, Exodus and Trust Wallet.
All right, let's break those down. Exodus first. What makes it stand out?
Exodus is known for its beautiful interface and its support for a wide range of cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
So if you're planning on holding multiple types of crypto, Exodus can make managing them a breeze. It's like having a multi-currency account for your digital assets.
So for someone who wants to, like, diversify their portfolio without juggling a bunch of separate wallets.
Exactly. And it's available on both desktop and mobile, so you can access it on the go.
Right.
Now, if you're looking for an open source mobile wallet, especially if you're just starting out, Trust Wallet's a great option.
Open source. What does that mean in the context of a crypto wallet?
It means the code behind the wallet is publicly available. Anyone can inspect it for security vulnerabilities. Adds a layer of trust, right? Because the community can, collectively scrutinize the code, identify any potential issues.
That's an interesting concept. It's like having a team of security experts constantly reviewing the wallet's blueprints. So Trust Wallet's a good choice for someone who values transparency and wants something simple, mobile-friendly.
Precisely. It's also got a built-in decentralized exchange, or DEX, so you can swap tokens right from your wallet.
Wow, okay. So we've got Fort Knox-level security with hardware wallets, multi-currency management with Exodus, open source, and mobile-friendly with Trust Wallet. Is there anything else out there for the people who want a bit more control or are willing to dive deeper into the technical side of things?
You're talking about the power users. For those who want to interact directly with the blockchain, prefer a non-custodial approach, MyEtherWallet or MUW is a popular choice.
Now, you're going to have to break that down for me a bit. What does it mean to interact directly with the blockchain?
It means bypassing those third-party services, managing your crypto directly on the Ethereum network, gives you more control, but it does require a deeper understanding of, how the blockchain works.
So MUWs for the more tech-savvy users who are comfortable with, a bit more complexity.
Exactly. It's often used in conjunction with cold storage options like those hardware wallets we talked about, adding an extra layer of security for those who are really serious about protecting their assets.
Wow, this whole world of crypto wallets, it's more complex than I initially realized. It seems like there's a wallet out there for every type of user, from the security-obsessed to the ease-of-use enthusiasts.
That's the beauty of the decentralized world, choice and flexibility. But remember, regardless of which wallet you choose, security should always be top of mind.
Okay, preach. Security, security, security. I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but seriously, how can we make sure our chosen wallet stays as safe and secure as possible?
That's a great question, and it leads us to the most important part of our deep dive today. Essential tips to protect your crypto. Think of these as the digital security best practices, regardless of which wallet you end up using.
I'm all ears. Let's hear those tips. All right, hit me with those essential crypto security tips. I'm ready to transform my digital fortress into an impenetrable vault.
I like the enthusiasm. Let's start with the golden rule, shall we? Back up your keys offline. And I mean truly offline, not on your computer, not in cloud storage, nowhere connected to the internet.
Got it. So we're talking pen and paper, a safe, maybe even one of those super secret metal plates they use in spy movies.
Exactly. Redundancy is key. If your device fails, gets compromised, you need a way to restore that wallet, access your funds, and remember those seed phrases we talked about earlier, equally important to back up securely.
Okay, so offline backups, that's step one. What else?
Be super vigilant about phishing scams.
Right.
Attempts to trick you into revealing your private keys or other sensitive info, often through, fake websites or emails disguised as legit services.
I've heard about those. They can be pretty convincing, can't they? Any tips on how to spot them?
Always double check those URLs before you enter ANY info.
Right.
And be wary of any suspicious links, attachments. If something seems too good to be true, well, it probably is. And remember, legit services will never ask for your private keys directly.
Got it. Trust your gut, double check everything. Okay, what's next on the security checklist?
Keep your software up to date.
Okay.
Applies to your computer's operating system, your web browser, and especially any software wallets you're using. Those updates often include critical security patches, protects you from known vulnerabilities.
It's kind of like regularly updating the security system in your home. You want to make sure you've got the latest defenses against, potential threats.
Exactly. Now let's talk about public Wi-Fi. Convenient, sure, but it's a hotbed for hackers.
So no, checking my crypto portfolio while I'm, sipping a latte at the coffee shop.
Best to avoid accessing your wallets or making transactions on public Wi-Fi altogether. If you absolutely must use a reputable VPN, a virtual private network. Encrypts your internet traffic, makes it much harder for those hackers to intercept your data.
VPNs. Got it. It's like putting all your internet activity into a secret code that only you and the VPN provider can decipher. Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. It's all about layers of protection.
Exactly. And that brings us to our final tip. Enable multi-factor authentication on all your accounts. Adds an extra layer of security, requires a second form of verification, like a code from your phone, fingerprint scan, in addition to your password.
So even if someone does manage to steal my password, they'd still need that extra piece of the puzzle to actually get in.
Exactly. Powerful security measure. I highly recommend it for all your online accounts, not just crypto-related ones.
Multi-factor authentication, check.
Okay, this has been incredibly insightful. I feel like I've graduated from Crypto Security 101. Glad to hear it. Remember, securing your crypto, it's an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Stay vigilant, stay informed, don't be afraid to ask questions.
That's great advice. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of crypto wallets, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
Knowledge is power. The more you understand about different wallet types, security measures, best practices, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this world. Safeguard your digital assets.
Couldn't have said it better myself. A huge thank you to our expert for, sharing all this wisdom and insights with us today.
It's been my pleasure.
And to all our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah.
We hope you learned a thing or two about protecting your precious crypto. Until next time, happy exploring and stay safe out there in the digital frontier.